I'm Dr. Brenda Bronner, and welcome to BreNation Presents. Today we have an awesome program for you again, and we have beautiful guests for you in our studios. I'm so happy that you've allowed us to come back into your homes again, and make sure you get a pen and pad because you're going to have to take notes. We have in our studio with us today Michelle English as well as Cindy Brooks. Hello, ladies.
Hello, Dr. Bronner.
I want you to know these young ladies have a business. I think they may have two or three put together, but they're wonderful and they're exciting, and they have designed these businesses to help you, to help your friends and your families and the community alike. I would like to start out with Cindy. How are you doing today, Cindy?
I'm doing well, Dr. Bronner. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into your studios and speak with you and your audience.
Well, it's a pleasure, and you have so much to bring forth. This is why you were invited today. I want to find out from you, Cindy, exactly where you from. Let's go back to where you actually came from before you came to Atlanta.
Okay, I was born in New Jersey. I lived there for most of my life and was educated in the Boston area. I went to undergrad at Wellesley, went to Johns Hopkins and Georgia State and West Georgia here. I got my teaching certification. So I've had a lot of education, and I came to Atlanta 30 years ago. So it's been a while.
Okay, so you sort of feel like an Atlantean now, correct?
I do. It's been such a long time since I've been away from the Northeast and my family. We've all moved down here, so I really consider myself a Georgia peach.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Do you have family, your own family, married?
My parents passed away in 98 and 99, and it was difficult. They were both ill, so my ex-husband and I, we took care of my parents for about 7 years until they passed on. And then I have a brother here who actually moved to Florida. My sister is here in the College Park area. I'm in the Douglasville area. I've been there since 93 or 94.
Okay, Douglasville. It's beautiful. I like Douglasville.
It's changed a lot. When I first came out there, we saw a lot of Confederate flags. So I was a little bit concerned because I had lived in the downtown Atlanta area for a while, and once I got married, we went to Douglasville looking, and I saw these Confederate flags, and I said, sweetheart, we probably shouldn't be looking out here, but you get more bang for your buck out in Douglasville in terms of home prices. So we settled, and Douglasville has changed. Not everything has changed, given recent things that have happened in the news.
Right.
About the trial of the two people who were in 2015, and the judge handed down those lengthy sentences. But
Right.
Douglasville has changed for the better in many respects.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Well, let me say hello to Miss Michelle, please. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And
Great.
yourself?
I'm doing just great today,
Good.
and especially having you two right here with me. We've been looking forward to this for a while, right?
Yes,
We've been
we
planning
have.
and plotting and scheming and scamming, but
Yeah.
now it's actually happening, and I'm so happy that our viewers are finally able to meet you two.
Thank
Michelle,
you.
where did you come from?
I came from New York,
Okay.
Long Island, New York, and I just moved here almost 3 years ago. So I'm still new. I still have New York running through my veins.
Okay. Okay, so do I. We're good.
Good.
We're good. So you live in Douglasville as well?
Yes, I also live in Douglasville.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have family here?
I do. I have several of my cousins. There were a few that were here, and slowly but surely, we're all starting to invade Douglasville.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you do?
I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I have an online boutique for plus size women, Classy and Chic Boutique. I am a certified wedding planner. Together, Cindy and I are Team Bride Tribe. I have a travel agency, On the Fly Vacations. Together, Cindy and I have a travel agency, Whiskey, Wine, and Dine Tours. So call me and I can help you out with anything.
Okay. Now, you see, I told the viewers to make sure they got a pen, they would have a pad in their
Right,
hands, right?
right.
So would you go back over that just a little
Sure,
bit slower,
sure.
please?
So Cindy and I are Team Bride Tribe, and we are wedding consultants. We could find any kind of services the bride will need to plan her wedding. We have Whiskey, Wine, and Dine Tours, which specializes in food and beverage tours around the world, any kind of vacation package you want, land package, sea package, anything, we can put it together, or we will have one already put together and you could just place your deposit. And then my women's boutique, Classy and Chic
Okay.
Boutique. Yes.
Classy and
Chic Boutique.
oh, that's
Yes,
wonderful.
honey.
Oh, okay. So we have a diva in the house.
Yes.
Okay. What's the phone number? You were about to give that earlier, so I'm sure everybody's wanting to check
Okay.
this out.
My phone number for any one of those that you can reach me at is 516. Yes, it's still Long Island. 516-473-6940.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Let me speak with Miss Cindy. Cindy, tell me this. What is it that you actually do right now? Even though, Michelle said you all were doing the Team Bride Tribe together and some of the other 9 things that she was doing. So we want to find out, how did you two come together? What is it that you do?
Let's see. Well, it's to make a long story very short. Michelle and I, we both attend a few networking organizations together, and we got to know each other. And then we decided to join forces through the Team Bride Tribe, planning services for brides and grooms. And then we started discussing and sharing our love for travel and our love for food. And we we had a wine tasting, or we have a wine tasting group in Douglasville. So out of that grew our our appreciation for wines and spirits, as well as our love of travel. We decided to also offer travel services, travel concierge services, under the name of Whiskey, Wine, and Dine Tours. And so the contact information is whiskeywineanddine@gmail.com, and the website is whiskeywineanddine.com.
How much whiskey is in this? You said, you notice how often she said it, right? So, but that wasn't the name of the business when the 3 of us met, right?
That was a separate business. That was Team Bride Tribe. That's what
Okay.
we haven't lost that. We still offer the wedding services, also wedding planning services. As Michelle said, she's a certified wedding planner, and I started out my travel agency, Bella Travels, working with destination weddings and honeymoons. So we got together. Working with bridal boot camps and serving the West Georgia bride, and then under Team Bride Tribe, and then we broadened our travel purview into different areas.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the boot camp.
Yeah, we had boot camps at a local hotel once a month for brides who were getting married, and we would run them through the whole planning process from beginning to end, all the resources that they have in the West Georgia area. And we would help them to dissect what the wedding planning process was all about, what they should focus on, what, how to prioritize, who did what, wedding etiquette. There's one thing about weddings, even though there's still a lot of contemporary touches to weddings, there's still a lot of the tradition in weddings. The first dance, when does that occur? Who does the first toast? Who pays for what? People, as we get older, as our civilization evolves, we lose touch with some of these old ideas. So it always helps to have somebody you can go to who can kind of guide you through this process.
Right.
Because the one thing you don't want a wedding where people walk away saying, oh, no, she didn't. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure you are on point, that, the garter is done when, the bouquet is thrown when, the cake is cut when the couple is announced. So there's a protocol and a sense of order to any wedding, no matter how small, no matter how large, no matter how contemporary, no matter how traditional. So especially today, they're blended families. There are people from different cultures, different religions getting married. So you really need to have somebody who knows what to do and where to go to find those professionals or services and products. So that's what we try to do.
Oh, okay. Michelle.
Yes.
What's going on with the salt now? I'm noticing brides and grooms, they're doing this now in lieu of lighting the family candles or the unity candles.
Oh, I'm not really sure what that is.
Okay, now,
Salt.
okay, I asked one of the attendees at this last wedding I was at, And she said the salt is a preservative. It's,
Okay, to
yeah,
preserve the wedding.
yeah,
Right.
preserve the couple,
The marriage,
preserve the
right.
marriage,
Okay.
hold them together. And me being a pastor, I said, okay, I remember
Right.
some of that,
Right.
in the Bible, but
Okay.
it wasn't related to that at the time
Right.
when I learned about the
Right.
salt.
Okay.
So I was wondering how do you all work with that, with the salt, but you're not familiar with that. But I know one thing that you are familiar with when I met the two of you,
Mm-hmm.
and you all were stating that you wanted to have marriage retreats, you
Retreats.
wanted to,
Right.
and
Right.
that to me, really signifies more of a togetherness to
Right.
hold people together because after this great, big, fabulous wedding, they forget there's a marriage.
Right. That needs to be worked on. Yes. And that
Absolutely.
that takes time. That's not just okay, we're married and then that's it. It'll figure itself out. No, we need to work on that
Right.
together. And sometimes people need a little help or they need help getting back to remembering why they did get together, why they fell in love together. And marriage retreats can help.
And that's what I really liked about the two of you because of the message that you had for, the couples, not just getting them married, not just getting the business, not just getting
Right.
another customer,
Right.
another client. I could tell it was really, you were really embracing the
Right.
people.
Right.
You were really doing that. And I appreciated that so much. And we were at was it the conference center where we met in
Yes.
Douglasville?
Yes.
The funny part is this: you had jewelry, and I was looking at the jewelry, and I was trying to talk to Cindy about the travel. We were just back and forth, back and forth. You two are just phenomenal. Tell me, how did you get into the jewelry business?
When I first moved here to Douglasville, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then, as I said, I have several family members that have moved down since. I have a cousin that moved down, and she wanted to do something also. And we started selling hair, which everybody down here sells a bundle of Indian whatever.
Remy.
So, right, right, right. So we started with that, and then we said, well, let's sell headbands with the hair, and then it was let's sell necklaces, and then it just started to grow from there. And she decided that she wanted to go off in a different direction, and then I was left with hair and headbands and necklaces. So I just took it in a different direction, and now I have accessories and clothing.
You enjoy it, don't you?
I do.
I
I
could
do.
tell because
Thank you.
I ended up being a customer.
Yes, you
Okay,
did.
so
Thank you.
so I won't end up being another customer. We're going to talk with Cindy real quick.
Right.
Cindy, you said you're a school teacher now, right?
Yes, I've been a teacher for about 10 years.
Okay, where do you teach?
I used to teach in Cobb County, and now I'm teaching in Fulton County.
Oh, okay. What grade?
6th, 7th, and 8th.
Wow.
And I teach French.
Really? Say hello in French.
Bonjour, bonjour le monde. Je m'appelle Cindy Brooks. Je suis américain, mais je parle français. J'adore la France. J'adore parler français. C'est un plaisir de faire votre connaissance.
Oui. Beautiful. I didn't know that.
I taught special ed for 8 years, and now I'm teaching French.
Oh, okay. So you're are there any other languages you're fluent in?
I'm pretty fair in Spanish. I've studied a lot of languages, but I would say Spanish I'm fairly
Okay.
comfortable with, but French I feel very confident in.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. That I just said say hello, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And but no, it just flowed. It just so melodic. It was
Thank you.
beautiful. I like that. Oh my goodness. So do your students pick it up pretty good? Is it pretty easy?
Yeah, the middle school child is a little bit challenging. So can they pick it up? Yes, of course. All the kids are very bright and energetic and engaging. But at that age, they're a little bit more interested in different things. So if I can give them something of the culture, something of the language, just a bit that they can carry with them, then I will have done my job well.
Have you ever traveled to France?
Yes, I lived in France for a short time, for about a year. I lived with the family there.
That's not a short time. A whole year. And some of us would just like to spend a week there. Oh my goodness, that is wonderful.
Yeah, it was a great experience but it was years ago. It was another lifetime. It was during high school,
It was
and
still France.
yeah,
France is
yeah, yeah.
France.
So I never lost my love of France. So
Oh,
yeah.
obviously, that is something. So, do you engage it with your Team Bride tribe and with the whiskey, wine, and dine?
Yeah, actually, one of my plans is to have culinary tours to the French West Indies, to Guadeloupe and Martinique, sometime in the near future. Now, we'll be posting that on our Whiskey, Wine, and Dine tours website. So hopefully, we'll get a group of
Oh,
people who like to come to the Creole cuisine. Just a wonderful food. The seafoods in Martinique and Guadeloupe are just amazing. And every August in Guadeloupe, they have the festival of the cooks, where all the
oh,
grandmothers and the great grandmothers and the madres textile is the clothing that they wear. It's costume, national costume, and they dance through the streets. And I think it's a few days, but it's celebration of the Creole cuisine, that the influence African, French, and Caribbean cuisine in Guadeloupe as well as
oh,
Martinique. It's wonderful. So we want to start hosting groups of people down for culinary
oh.
tours down there.
Do we have to be married to go?
No, no, not at all. Of course, we do wish people to eventually find love in their lives, and hopefully they will choose to commit themselves to each other. But no, no one is required to be married. It just requires a spirit of adventure, a spirit of fun, and a spirit of
Right.
tolerance, because you're traveling to different countries, and in a different country, you're not going to have maybe the same standard of living that you have in the U.S. Let's say, for example, a hotel room. The hotels, let's say in Europe, they may not have elevators, or the elevators may be very small. The rooms may be very small. They may have a double bed they don't have king beds in a lot of the hotels,
Right.
3-star hotels in Europe. So you have smaller rooms. You may even have to share a bathroom unless you specifically ask for a room with a bathroom, a private bath, whereas we're used to a bathroom coming with the room in the U.S. So they're different.
Right.
So you do have to have a spirit of tolerance wherever you travel, and hopefully that's something that we can help anybody who wants to travel out with.
That is good. That's what was so appealing about what these two ladies are doing. It's not just a business. You can tell, I'm sure you can just feel that from them. It's actually care. And they're really concerned about, educating you. They've educated me to a lot of things, and they have fun at what they're doing too. I mean, they look like they're just, but you talking freaking frack, okay? I am so serious. They
Sounds
have
great.
so much fun together. You do, and that's the thing that drew me into them, and the way you made me so excited about even putting together a retreat with pastors, or putting a retreat together with just yourself. And that's one of the things that we're talking about a lot now in our business and our industry too. We're talking about finding love within yourself, and not feeling like you always have to have a companion to travel with. Dealing with you two, I've just been excited and can hardly wait to just go someplace. They even said they could do a trip to what, Savannah. It's close to Savannah, Florida, the Carolinas. And do people really go to the Carolinas other than to gamble?
Oh, well, let me tell you,
Uh oh.
Charleston is like a capital city for low country food, for low country boils. The culinary scene in Charleston, much like New Orleans, is like blowing up. I mean, there are celebrity chefs, they have restaurants there. Charleston is a wonderful culinary city,
Okay.
just like New Orleans. So we will plan trips for you with cooking classes in them. We'll make reservations for you at
Oh.
the restaurants that we would recommend for you to have a wonderful night out on the town. So we consider ourselves more concierge of travel than your
Okay.
garden variety travel agents, because we try to make sure that every day is something new and different for you and whomever you're traveling with. If you're traveling by yourself, with your family, with another group, with another couple, it doesn't matter. So we definitely can work out all the arrangements for you.
What is it like right now as far as the economy goes with the travel business? How is that structured right now, because everybody is in total despair right now, feeling hopeless, right?
Well, people are going to travel no matter what, whether they go to their daughter's softball game or whether they go on that World Atlantic cruise or that honeymoon they've always wanted. People are going to travel in some fashion. If they get into the car and drive from here to Savannah or wherever, they're always going to travel. So what Michelle and I do, we work with suppliers who accept payment plans. So with cruises, you can book out up until 2 years in advance. And also with land tours, you can book out sometimes a little over a year. Of course, airfares are only published 331 days out. So if you want air in your package, you may have to wait, but you might be able to book the land part separate from the flight. We can put flights in later. But all the suppliers we work with deposits, very flexible payment plans. And we work with top suppliers in the U.S. as well as outside of the U.S. We always encourage people to purchase travel insurance. So if something does go south, if you have to cancel your plans, you lose your job, there's sickness or illness, or if you're just having a bad hair day or you broke a nail, and travel insurance will definitely cover a lot of those unreimbursed expenses because cancellation fees can be very steep. Let's say, for example, sandals. We work a lot with the sandals resorts. Within 30 days of your travel date, if you cancel, they will not give you any of your money back at all. And the cruises, let's say, for example, you booked a cruise and you don't purchase travel insurance. Something happens, somebody falls ill. You can't go, you're right to the cruise line. They may or may not reimburse you whatever you paid in. So travel insurance, a lot of people don't purchase travel insurance, but if you want to protect yourself, I have been burnt because I have planned travel, purchased my ticket, wound up not going, did not have insurance. I've lost several $100s on my own. So myself, I'm a consumer of travel insurance, and we do also provide travel insurance. We work with different carriers.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So you don't lose your investment, because who wants to pay thousands of dollars for a trip that you've been waiting all year, if not years for? Pay your money. Not only are you have the loss of not being able to take the trip that you've always wanted, but you're out of pocket all this money that you put in.
Let me ask this. What happens if someone actually plans a trip and there's a death in the family and they don't have the insurance?
You're up to the mercy of the supplier. You're up to the mercy of the airline or the cruise line. So for example, they'll say after you pay your deposit, the deposit may or may not be refundable. So even within 2 weeks of you paying the deposit, if you don't have the insurance, if you put $200 down or $300 down, that $300 is gone. So you want to make sure you're always covered, because it's really up to the discretion of who is providing that experience for you, whether or not they're going to reimburse you. And they are different. All the different suppliers, hotels, they all have different cancellation insurances. Depends on what you go through. And so you have to be very careful about investigating any cancellation fees.
Oh, okay. Michelle, what is your, no, I don't want to call it the bucket list. What country would you really, really, really love to travel to?
That I would really love to travel to, that I haven't been. I would like to go to Ireland. I would like to go to. Yes. I would like to go to Australia. Yeah, but I've been to Egypt and Turkey and Malta, and I've done it all on a cruise, and those are some of my favorite places. I have pictures all over my house of me standing in front of the Great Pyramid or on a camel riding through the desert. And I've been to Alaska. That's one of my favorite places to go on a cruise. And I tell people about that all the time. Oh, absolutely.
Alaska.
I know
Okay.
when you say cruise to people, what they automatically think is, oh, okay, we're going down to the Caribbean. No, go someplace else. Try
Right.
Alaska. The season for to cruise in Alaska is coming up. May through September, and it's beautiful,
What did you do in
beautiful.
Alaska, Michelle? Since your finger
Well,
is still
yes. I'm actually going back to Alaska in June, and when I go, I take a
okay.
7-day cruise through Norwegian, and we go to Juneau and Ketchikan and Skagway, and it's beautiful. In Skagway, they have the White Pass and Yukon Trail, and you could take the train up and goes into Canada. You could go gold mining. You see adventures to the parks and on the glaciers. You can take a helicopter and stand on the glacier. There's a day on the cruise where you sail through Glacier Bay and you're just looking at the different glaciers, and there's sea lions and otters, and there's all kinds of wildlife and whales and orcas. And I love it. I love
I have
it.
a little 4-pound Pomeranian. Okay.
Okay, that's the
Her
only
name
animal you want to
that's
see.
it. Her name is Zoe, which means life.
Right,
And she
right.
and I we're great.
But you have to experience Alaska. It's beautiful.
I probably will.
Beautiful. Yes.
I might give it a
Yes.
try because I love to travel as well, and I
Right.
love leaving the United States. I love
Yes.
coming back too,
Right. Right.
but it's great.
Yeah, I
It's
love it.
fun. Oh my
Thank you.
goodness! So did you try any of the foods there
Um,
off of
off the
the sh-
No, I have not tried many of the
okay?
foods. I do a salmon bake. You can go off and there's excursions where you can do a salmon bake and they catch the salmon right there and
Mm-hmm.
they fillet it up, and but it's nice. It's nice. I just go for the scenery. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Relaxing, right?
Yes.
Is it affordable? It might
It
be for
can
you,
be.
you know.
It can be. There's
Okay.
always, like Cindy said, that you could do a payment plan. You could
Okay.
plan to go next year and put your deposit down today and just pay over time. Pay what you could afford for that month or every 2 months, however you want to do it, to make it affordable for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds good. Cindy, let me ask you a question. Do you ever talk about your experiences at the school with the staff, the teachers, the other teachers? Do you talk about, I mean, because you all are so excitable, with all this. So, how do you actually share this?
Before I answer that, I just wanted to also just piggyback on what Michelle had said about cruising. Now is the time because there is something special in the cruise industry called the Wave Promotion. During this time, they have several programs, all the cruise lines, whether you're going on a cruise in the Mediterranean or different parts of the world or Alaska or the Caribbean, where deposits are very reduced and there are some great rates out there. So it's like during early spring, this time through March and into April, they have what's called the Wave Promotion. So if you're interested in a
Okay.
cruise, please give us a call. Phone number 770-317-1574 or whiskeywineanddine.com. Okay. And about sharing, I always share. I mean, case in point, 4 years ago, I was doing a Disney cruise for a colleague of mine at a school I was working at. And I was telling her about this great deal I had gotten on the Disney cruise. I met her price point, and I was getting so excited describing what they would experience on a Disney cruise and how very much it was worth it. And she was saying, Cindy, you should see how your face shines, your eyes light up when you talk about travel. So I love to share it. It's a common denominator because there's very few people we run into who don't like to travel. So there's always something to
True.
share. The travel industry is over $7 trillion per annum. And so there's people traveling every way, every day, every mode of transportation. So everybody has a story. Everybody has a recommendation. Everybody has a story about the most beautiful sunset they've seen, the worst hotel they've stayed in. So everybody has a story to tell. And I love to share. We love to share travel tips and so forth. And we really want people to experience the world. It never gets old.
That is true. That is so true. I feel like I'm on the seven seas right now. At one point, I felt like I was flying up, you know. You know, my favorite airline, I hope I'm not getting in trouble saying this, is British Airways. I want to do something where I have to get back on that particular line. It is so, oh my gosh. It was like the Bentley to me.
And you always remember it. You always have that experience.
Yes.
It's not anything that you could purchase and tuck away in the drawer. It's just the experience of service, of seeing,
Oh, it's beautiful.
of being treated in a way you
Yes.
weren't treated before, seeing something you haven't seen. These are experiences that really money cannot buy in many cases.
That's
You know, obviously, if
true.
you want a first class experience, you've got to pay the first class price. But seeing a sunset on a beach, I mean, there's no greater creation than to
Right.
see God's handiwork.
And I
on the
never
beach.
thought about that until I've actually experienced that myself, because we see this on TV, we see it in the movies, you know, and we're like, yeah, right, okay. But when I was actually having the opportunity to do that, I was thinking, oh my goodness, look at what God has really done. And how do you explain it? How do you tell it? And you just you take all these pictures, right? But still, you know, and I sit back and I look at a lot of my pictures, you know, because I've been blessed to leave the country a few times, and I've gone on like 4 cruises. But the 9-day cruise, I was done after about 6 days. Yes. I mean, and I think that was the third cruise I'd been on. But 9 days, I mean, okay. By the time we got back to Miami, I was done. Yeah, that was just too much. It was just enough. Enough eating, enough having fun and enjoying myself, but it was good.
Was that your first cruise? Was that your
No,
no?
that was the third. I've been on 4
Okay.
cruises. I've done a 3-day, 4, 5, and then I did the 9-day cruise.
Yeah.
About that 7th day, I felt like, God, I need to rest. I've done all the damage I can do. But I love the ships, though, because you get to do everything on the ship that you get to do on land as well. So it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And, you know, the dinners with the captains and all this and everything. But I love being able to walk around the track. You can do your exercises and still get everything in that you want to do. But man, oh man.
You're ready to come back, huh?
Yes. So, but I did enjoy it, and I'm not a swimmer either. I do swim, but I do it, you know,
Yeah.
here. But no, so I think I'll try another cruise again. I'll think about the Alaska, and I hope you all are getting very excited about the opportunities now, because, like I said earlier, everybody's in just such a humdrum and a downward spiral since, you know, the elections and all the different things that have been going on. And there's still life. God still wants us to enjoy life. This is why I really wanted these two to be on the show. I really wanted BreNation. And that's what BreNation is about. It's about the nation. It's about everybody. It's about everything, not just one dimensional. I am about a lot of things, a kaleidoscope within myself, to tell you the truth. Yes. And that's why, you know, I was so happy to partner in with you all, because you have such a glow and such a joy about life
Thank
and
you.
about people. And they are a real hoot off the camera too. I mean, you get,
Really?
yes.
I hadn't heard.
I mean, even in their texting, sometimes
Uh-oh.
one night I text you and told you what to do before
Yes,
going to
I
bed,
remember
right?
quite well. I was a little shocked, but I got over it. Just kidding. Just
Did you
kidding.
do it?
Yes, yes, I did. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
but she obeyed, okay?
did. I did
And
better.
obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yes.
It wasn't anything profane, so
No,
don't worry
no,
about that.
no.
It was something that I knew she did anyway.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah,
And I really enjoy you all so much. It's
Thank
just
you.
great and just wonderful. And I want you all to really make sure that you tune in to what they're saying and what they have to offer, because our shows do not just offer a business, but we actually offer connection. We actually offer whatever that person is embracing. And Cindy, I'm trying to figure out, how do you do all this and you're still teaching school?
I've got a few other irons in the fire, but maybe that's for another time. You make time for what is important to you, and it just works. It just fits. Is everything perfect? No, but I'm not looking for perfection. I think I'm looking for excellence. I'm not looking for perfection.
Sorry for the silence, but I just said that last week in church while I was preaching. Yes, I just said that. I said God is not looking for perfection. And that was something that I had to get, tapped on the shoulder with, because I started going, back down again. My mood swings were going all over the place. And finally I said, Lord, just help me with this. And it was like, you're looking for perfection. And all I want is excellence. Give your
Wow.
best. Do your best.
There you go.
And that was just last Sunday in church.
Yeah.
And that's all it is just excel in what it is that you do. And it's the funniest thing. I'm listening to the both of you. You're so creative because our God is creative. And
Yes.
all this creation is on the inside of each person. And I truly don't believe anyone was born on this earth who did not have a gift. So you listen to what they're saying. I mean, Michelle was just talking about just moving here from New York. And she got stuck with hair and the hair bands. And all you do is you just start expanding, start growing with what's on the inside of you. And this way you can actually embrace who you really are, and you can give to society, you can give to yourself. You can find out and realize that, you know what? I'm a part of this world. I have something to give. It's on the inside of you.
Right. Right.
And I mean, with in the grades that you're teaching, and you still have this, because sometimes on her break she'll give me a call too. I look on my phone and say,
Help.
"Oh Lord,
Help.
there's Cindy again." But I like that what is important to you. You make time for it. And look at what has happened here. You brought us together because you made time for this. And I really have enjoyed, you all and what you've been sharing and what you've been saying. And we'll be right back with you with Michelle and with Cindy with all the things they've been talking about. We'll be right back to you in just a moment. I'm Brenda Bronner, and we're back again with BreNation Presents. And it's been an exciting time for me, and I'm sure it has been for you all as well, with Michelle English and Cindy Brooks. These two phenomenal ladies have really intrigued me. I don't even know how I'm going to make it the rest of this evening. I want to just go away, just fly me to the moon. I really feel like Frank Sinatra should be in here singing or whatever. Do you all do trips to Vegas?
Oh my goodness, Vegas is our town. Yes, 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 yes. The restaurants, the shows. Yes, we have it. Vegas. Va va voom.
Oh my goodness, she speaks French. She va va vooms. Vegas is her town. Uh, can we tell the rest of it too? What you would like to do by your birthday? I mean, you have honey. The whole world is listening.
Oh, okay. I've been single for quite a while, but I'm looking in earnest for someone with whom I can share the rest of my life, a true partner in life. And so my deadline is December 23rd. So if you're single, fairly stable, self-sufficient, take care of yourself, clean bill of health, please contact me. We can set something up. I'm definitely old school, definitely old-fashioned. I'm saved, so that might give you an indication of what kind of woman I am. But I'm a woman of faith, and I am seeking someone in earnest.
Fairly stable. You might want to
I don't-
clarify that.
That's true. I shouldn't say it. I mean,
No. It's fine what you said, but sometimes we just need to clarify it, modify something, because you don't want just anything or anyone. And it's just because I care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me qualify that. Just somebody who has his feet firmly planted on the ground, but somebody who has a spirit of adventure, and curiosity, and is a man of faith.
Okay, all right. Now, let's give the mic to Michelle and let Michelle, you want to make your advertisement as well?
I
Go ahead.
wow.
It's only my show, so
Right,
help
right.
yourself.
I am single as well. I am also looking. I would like someone who is definitely stable, not just fairly. He must be stable and have a great personality. That's pretty much it. I love to travel, right? Have some stamps and a passport. Right. Yes, yes. Get some stamps, boo. Get some stamps.
Okay, is there an age bracket or
For me, under 46.
okay? Well, that's her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. That's me. That's what I like. I'm a woman of a certain age.
Okay,
Thank you.
under 46.
Right.
Is there anything with the height or weight? What they call this thing, 24 pack or some 6-pack? Okay.
Cake, anything. No, none of that really matters. Great
Okay.
personality. Great personality. Yeah.
Okay.
A great personality.
Are
Great
you into music
personality.
since you travel so much?
I love music. I
What
love
kind?
good
What?
music.
What's your genre?
Not Brian McKnight, but I like R&B, hip hop, a little jazz. That's me.
You dance?
I do dance.
Okay.
Put a little bass on. Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay, this part I didn't know. It's wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
So, what's your favorite? How do I want to put this? Let me rephrase this. Okay, what kind of car does he have to have or truck?
A truck.
You prefer a truck?
Right. I would prefer a truck.
Okay.
I don't care what kind.
Okay, I'm glad I rephrased it.
Right.
Let me find out from Cindy. Because she's just beaming. She's just,
Goody.
oh, look at her. She's just bursting all over. Yeah, she's starting to play with her pearls around her neck. I know. Go ahead. Look right in the camera because he might be looking at you. So
Oh, okay.
go right
Okay,
ahead.
so any particular question or?
Yes. Is there a particular age group for you?
I kind of, I'm pretty universal.
But wait a
I have
minute.
a wide range.
Wait, did you hear
They have
Michelle?
to drive. They have to know how to drive. And
Wait a minute,
they
Cindy.
have to be
Cindy.
ambulatory. They have to be able to walk on their own. That's pretty much it. True story. A few years ago, I went on a website, social introduction website. A gentleman in his 80s contacted me, and I was okay with that, except he said he had 10 children. And then I said, baby, we got to part right now. So
Okay,
You know,
it was
yeah.
okay that he was 80.
that was stretching it. That was real. It really depends. There are young 8. There's 80, and then there's 80. So, I don't want 80, because changing diapers, yeah, not yet, because I love to travel, so he would need a passport just like Michelle's boo, and she wants to get booed up, as she says. She wants to enter boodom with someone. I too would like to get booed up, but my generation, we don't talk about boo.
He'll be the father.
Yeah. We're father son. A father son.
You
duo.
all should see my
Tag
cameraman.
team.
You should see him.
But Michelle, we both have great hearts, and I think we would be terrific catches for some single gentlemen out there. Please make sure you're single, though. That creeping stuff just won't fly.
Right.
But car, in terms of car, no, he just has to have a car. It doesn't matter what car he has to have a car and can drive. His license cannot have been pulled by the state police or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. This is
WhiskeyWineAndDine.com. Email is whiskeywineanddine@gmail.com. 770-317-1574. 770-317-1574. Call me. Appelez-moi. J'attends. I'm waiting.
and I have no intentions of editing any of this.
This is how we do. This is how we do when Michelle and I get together. It's crazy, but it seems to work.
It does. It does.
You all are something else. And you said you came from New Jersey, right?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've never left the Atlanta area?
No. I've always lived here because my sister moved down here originally, and then I followed her, and then slowly we all moved down here. We brought our parents down here and took care of them before they passed on. And so what little family I have left, they're pretty much all here.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was the first to move here from Maryland. And I think I left New York and went to Maryland, and everybody came down to Maryland. And then when I left Maryland and came to Atlanta, everybody came to Atlanta as well. And now everybody's kind of like, sporadically moving out, you know, on their own or what have you, different parts. But it's good, though. I love the relocations. I love traveling as well. And you get to meet so many people that are right from Douglasville. I mean, this is like going on a cruise with the two of you. Just beautiful. I am so serious. This is just wonderful. You know what I would like to do too? You all need to let everyone know that whatever event they may be having, that you can come in as a vendor. I think that will be great. So they will know, that you're flexible and that you're really serious about what you're doing. And you can come in. You want to talk about that a little bit? And then we'll let Michelle talk about her boutique a little bit more, because she actually travels with her boutique as well. I have some of her beautiful jewelry. Okay, Cindy.
Yeah, what happens is that if you're having any kind of event, it could be travel related or any type of event, we would like to participate as a vendor with you guys. So, what does that mean? That means that we would, for a fee that we would pay you, we would set up a little table with our brochures, with our booking engines, and we come in and we would chit chat with the guests who would come over. Or the patrons who would come over and talk with us. If you wanted us to be a featured speaker or something like that about travel, about the implications of travel and how affordable it is, so forth and et cetera, the opportunities that are out there, we'd be more than happy to do that. Also, we're also having our own event March 17th, St. Patty's Day, Whiskey, Wine, and Dine Tours. We're putting on a whiskey tasting and cigar rolling event in Douglasville at Studio T, which is on Chapel Hill Road. It's on Eventbrite, and the tickets are there. It's Friday, March 17th, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m., Studio T. And we have the Lazy Guy Distillery from Kennesaw coming, who's going to talk to us about the different types of whiskeys and bourbons and give us some spirits to taste. And we're going to have Habana Cigars come and talk to us about rolling cigars. We can't smoke inside, so don't worry about the smoke inside the event space. Any smoking will be done outside, but it's more an educational experience about spirits and how to enjoy a good cigar.
That was just phenomenal. Just so on point, so direct. I just got educated myself. That really sounds great. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
It's gonna be big. So please come.
Oh, listen.
You know how Donald Trump always says everything's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be the best ever. We're going to Trumpify it. Yeah. Standing room only. Please come.
Well, Ivanka, would you pass?
Yeah.
Ivanka, Marla. I don't know the new one. Okay. Would you just share with our viewers as well that you, along with the travel agency, that you actually bring your boutique as well?
Yes. Anytime I do a vending event, I bring my clothes, my women's plus size clothing, and all the accessories that I have for anyone. And I take them to any event and I set it up as if you're in my boutique. Um, you could see us. We're going to be at the Taste of Douglasville May 20th. May 20th. May 20th. Also, you'll see us at our event on March 17th. And we're also planning a Roaring Twenties casino night, June 17th, also at Studio T. So we will have all of our stuff there as well. And you can go online to classyandchicboutique.com and you can see my clothes and accessories. Or you could call me and I can come to you.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
learning something new about these ladies every
Yes.
time one passes the mic to the other. You would actually do that?
Yes, I would do that. If you are really interested, you're a serious buyer, you're interested in seeing some of the things that I have, the clothes, the accessories, just the clothes, just the accessories, both, call me and I will come to you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. You two are just busy. Just
We
busy.
are. We are.
But you love it. And
Yes.
I'm really hoping that our viewers are very intrigued and they're actually embracing everything that you all are talking about because this is something that you can do as well. And I used to be I don't even want to say I used to be because once you become a pastor, you're everything. Well,
Yes.
people
Yes.
think you are, right? Except God. But I used to do wedding coordinating back in Maryland. And it was so much
Right.
fun. I enjoyed all the bright lights. I just
Right.
love the glitter, the glamour, and
Right.
just talking to people and putting things together, the beauty
Yes.
of it all. It is fun. And you can do the same thing too. Even if it's not wedding coordinating, you can coordinate whatever it is that's on the inside of you. Put it together. And you just pray and ask the Lord what's on the inside of you. And you can be as excitable too and do what you're doing. And you can partner in with other people and make it be, what did you say? Big. It's real big
Huge.
for real. And you can do that. You can make it a monster event. And I'm enjoying, what you all have going on. They're not just sitting down. They're constantly talking about what's coming up next, what's
Right.
brewing, what's on the stove. And what I really like about Michelle and Cindy is they don't just pop up with something. It's something they've actually sat down, they've grafted it out, they've diagrammed it out, they've talked about it, they've looked at all of the niches and glitches that could happen. So you're safe with these ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very safe, and they're very, very conscientious with each other. They take care of each other. They look out for each other. So I'm sure they will look out for you too. Look out for your purse. They'll look out for, the what's going on in another country, the other states, the other cities.
Right.
They would
Right.
talk to you and they would really explain everything to you. And they're connected with Sandals, right?
Yes.
And didn't you tell me before too that Sandals will come if you have the setup and all that? Because we're planning to do that
Right,
too, right?
right. That's correct. If we have people who are interested in doing a vacation package, we have enough people interested, we could have the business manager from Sandals come out and talk to them about the different locations,
Okay.
different rooms, everything. We could arrange that.
Okay. Wonderful. And I want to, I'll go ahead and give you my number as well if you want more information, if you miss their numbers or whatever. Or when they're out traveling, flying around, doing whatever it is they're doing, you can also call our office number at 770-940-7148. And it has been a blast. I mean, a real
you.
rocket ship with you
Thank
two.
you.
And we need to the wave form, is that what you call that? The wave?
It's called the Wave Promotion.
Wave
It's this
promotion.
time of the year when the cruise industry has significant reductions in fares and deposit terms.
Okay, I wanted to get that back onto the screen again because I think that's very important. I think everybody needs to go on vacation. I think everybody needs to take a trip someplace, even if it's just out of your own house. Just go someplace. Sometimes I have to just get in my car and just drive. And it's, another way of just enjoying the beauty, just enjoying yourself, taking time for just you. And who knows, you might be able to take a trip with these two ladies too. And that's a real hoot. It's been fun. See, they've advertised, okay, what they're looking for. We're not, what is it? What you call those shows? Looking for a mate. Okay, well, we have two beautiful bachelorettes here.
Flavor.
Oh,
Flavor.
okay. All right. Well, I'm Brenda Bronner, and again, it's been wonderful just having you together. And Michelle and Cindy, thank you so much for being a part of BreNation Presents. And it's been wonderful to have presented you all today to our viewing audience. You take care and make sure to stay tuned for next week for BreNation Presents.